How's it going, fellas? And we are back. We are back with another NBA 2K17 video. It's been a while. It has been a very long time since I've played NBA 2K17 or even just uploaded it. I've been playing it a lot, especially the Mypark. I've been loving the Mypark, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today in this video or this series on Let's Talk Video Games. And I'm going to be talking about why does Mypark lag and how can we fix it. I've studied video games, I've made video games, and now I'm going to be talking about video games to you guys, because there is a big thing with developers and they don't realise it with online games, and that is data management. I know that is getting technical, but every person that you see in the Mypark is sending and receiving data, and the more connections that you have on one server, the more it's going to lag. That is just simple data management. It just amazes me how 2K doesn't realise this shit. They are good at what they do. They make a damn fine game. Whether you like it or you hate the game is good. The game itself is fine as a PlayStation 4 release, but the servers, especially on Mypark, is a joke, and there's a reason why. Look at Pro-Am. There's only a maximum of 10 connections that I have to connect to. In Mypark, there is, what, 50, 60, 70? Yeah, it might not be a direct connection, but it is information. Some guy standing all the way in the background, skipping down fucking the court, is taking connection from me. There is a few certain ways that I'm going to be talking about soon of what we can do to make the connection better, and it needs to be done, because this shit isn't working. Like, look at Mypark, not Mypark, what's that event thing that they do? Park After Dark. My god, that was just set up for failure. There is no way in the world that that was ever going to work, considering what the servers were like. So let's go into the brains of 2K for a second. Alright, our servers are shit, so let's think of an idea. Let's think of an idea of what gamers want. Let's put them all on servers, all at the same time for a 3-hour period. So everyone's going to be going on to the game to play the game. That's great. Everyone's going to be in the game and enjoying it. Wrong. There's a reason why no one could play in Park After Dark, because there was just so many people trying to connect, trying to do shit, and the servers just weren't up to it. This was their whole big new feature in Mypark, was a 3-hour event that everyone would want to go to. And your servers couldn't handle it. The second time, oh yeah, we've upgraded our servers, we're ready to go this time. My god, it was a joke how bad it was. I do admit the third time in Australia, I got lucky. And I got pretty much Mypark After Dark to myself. There was about 6 guys on the servers. I had 3 games of the 3-point shootout by myself. I'd just keep going back because there wasn't anybody on there. And I played games, and it was actually not that bad. It wasn't a feature that I'd actually write up about, oh, it's a brand new feature of Mypark. All it really was playing Park in the dark, and I couldn't see blokes on the other team because they were all in black. And then I had some annoying fucking rapper singing in my ears going meh, 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 while I'm trying to listen and play the game. To me, the feature was shit, but that's another story. It was just set up for failure through the servers. This feature was never going to succeed. How didn't they realise this shit? Use some common sense on data management. Think yous are developers. Well, actually prove that you're developers and give us a chance to play Park for what it is without this fucking shot latency. It's a fucking joke how bad it can get. Like, some games it's fine, then other games it's just an utter joke. There's a reason why other games don't grow their player base in one server. Look at Call of Duty. Always 6v6, maybe 9v9 in ground war if you play Call of Duty. Battlefield's the same. It's always been 12v12 or whatever it is. There's a reason for that, because the servers can only take so much. When you put all this data into the servers, it's just not going to handle it. And you're going to get the shit that we're experiencing today with Mypark. And years before, and it hasn't gotten any better. Do you not understand what the problem is? Yeah, I get it. The concept of Mypark is to everyone to play in the park. I get it. But something needs to be done. They need to do something, and that's the next thing I want to talk about, is just the things that they can do to improve the connection. There might be things there that you like, there might be things there that you dislike, but something needs to be done. Like Pro-Am, this needs a matchmaking system. There's no reason why, or even have both. Have a matchmaking system and a system where you can go into the park and find games like what you do now. But you need to have a matchmaking system where if I have a group of 3 guys, or even just me by myself, and I'm willing to join randoms, and I just click that and it finds a match and we get in play at the perfect connection, because I'm only connecting to 6 people, not 60 people that I don't give a shit about. And that is the problem. It is just too many people on the server. So we need to cap that. We need to actually make it so, say there's 30 spots in Mypark. I don't know what the exact, if you want to go and look and see how much it is, but have 35 people or 40 people allowed on that server. There shouldn't be guys just standing around, skipping around, or just standing there, just taking up my connection that I shouldn't have to connect to. AFK players shouldn't just be able to stand there. You see 10s, up to 50 players just standing around not doing anything. It's a reason why it lags. There is just unwanted necessary data going through the server that doesn't need to happen. So you should actually get kicked for standing around doing nothing. If you stand around for 5 minutes and 10 minutes and don't touch your controller, your character should be kicked. There's a reason why they do that in other games, because it's just taking up unnecessary. And the last thing I want to talk about is just the server browser. It shouldn't be so hard to find the server that I want. I don't want a server with 100 billion people in it that aren't playing games, so I should be able to choose which servers I want. I should be able to choose players specifically for Australian servers. Hopefully they've got dedicated servers throughout the main regions. Hopefully they do. I'm not too sure if they do. I'm pretty sure they do, but let's just say that they do. Keep it like that. We need region-based, so if we choose which servers we want certain amounts of people, we can choose, just like Battlefield. We can choose which game and which server and create the experience that we want. There is so much that they need to do to these servers to fix them. But the main thing is the data overload that Mypark is getting, the Pro-Am and my team don't experience because of data overload. I know I've said it a lot, but it's the truth. 100% the reason why it lags. I'm sorry guys, but there's no actual quick fix. Like if you're expecting, and you did get all the way to the end, and you're expecting some quick fix to fix your latency, I'm sorry. The only way to fix the latency is 2K actually does something about the game itself, because the servers cannot handle it. Something needs to change. And it's got to be done by 2K18, otherwise Park will be going downhill just like my team. Something needs to be done. But anyway guys, I've talked and raved long enough. If you have gotten this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a like for the video if you do like the rant and rave about 2K17, so there will be some more in the future, because I do have plenty of topics to talk about. My team, my career, everything in between. Don't forget to leave in the comments below if you'd like to hear me rant and rave about a certain topic that you would like to hear about. Just put it in the comments below. Don't be scared, just put them in the comments below, because I like to talk video games. I like to talk NBA 2K. I like to talk Call of Duty, Battlefield, everything in between. I'm a video game player. I don't like to play specific games and just sit on them. I like to play a wide range. And as I've said before, I've made video games. I've studied them. Now I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to tell you the good and the bad things about the development part of the games. And 2K is struggling big time when it comes to certain avenues of the game. So if you do want to talk or listen to me rant and rave about it, leave in the comments below. But other than that guys, I've talked and raved long enough. If you like the video, leave